Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to this Let's Play of Skyrim. So, we're going to play this game today. And you may very well wonder, like, I don't know, like, why does anybody do something like that? And I don't have any answers to that question, you know. The truth is, you know, we live in a world, you know, which offers only, you know, only superficial entertainment. And you have to do whatever you can do to make life a little bit better. And in that way, what we have to do is basically just do whatever. So, yeah, I'm a productive member of society. I deliver mail, you know. It's my day job, but I don't really do it that much. I only deliver mail on 3 days of the week for a few hours a day, and the rest of my energy is currently going towards learning IT. You know, and IT is a subsection of ICT, which is basically the world of computers. And I'm very hopeful about learning IT and becoming, maybe, for now, I'm focusing on becoming a web developer, because you have to start somewhere, and web developer is very nice in between area between, you know, like full-on developer and maybe an app developer or something like that. And that is all dull behind conception. I mean, who wants to be a computer guy, right? But I'm hopeful about perhaps making this into my career, because it probably suits me, and it is a real job, you know, just like mailman even is a real job. But I'm also thinking about learning Chinese, you know, which is a thing, but that can be a hobby also, and so on and so forth. And learning a foreign language is a glorious pursuit, although it takes an awfully long amount of time and an awfully huge amount of effort. Which brings me back towards Let's Playing. I mean, I don't want to do IT all day. And, you know, I don't want to watch movies or something. I do want to watch movies, and I watch movies, but watching movies is, you know, a kind of, you know, also a superficial activity. And I basically just made the goal for myself to spend at least 1,000 hours a year playing video games, but I just couldn't get it to make sense. Alright? Because playing video games is, you know, it's lonely, I guess. It's unproductive, you know. But then you simply start Let's Playing, and then suddenly it's productive, you know, it's very funny. And I figure if I spend an hour of those, maybe 4 hours a session, that I will be playing games. If I spend like an hour making a Let's Play, my life will be quite meaningful, quite nice, you know. I mean, we have an entire day to spend on things. You know, people don't really realize the majesty and profundity of that. The thing is, I was reading this book that my mother gave me by Philip Roth. You know, it was a book about a guy who was going to college and who felt more and more, you know, pressured by his father. His father was like irrationally worried about his boy. And he was like an ace student, you know, he would study all the time and get straight A's. And it was amazing how they made that, how the writer, right, Philip Roth, how he conveyed this reality of being an A student, you know, and studying hard. You know, and I was working on my Chinese, and I felt what this book made me feel. You know, studying is an amazing activity, you know. However, you know, I feel like there is a whole bunch of weird stuff in studying that we cannot quite render, you know. I mean, studying is maybe great, but it is also very much tied to a certain time and place. And, you know, the book almost made me wonder why I never studied like that. You know, I was never like in this kind of monastic concentration or dedication to study. You know, I always just kind of studied when I felt like it, you know. There was no structure. But I'm chewing your ears off, and that's not right. I should just start this new game. So I guess we could just continue with my last saved game, because the introduction we probably all are already pretty much familiar with. You know, I mean, Skyrim is like one of the most popular games ever. So I'm just going to load my save here. I'll show you our character. I'll show you his face. As you can see, he is an orc in heavy iron armor, so I'm just going to check our skills here. We have light armor. One-handed here is 33, which is pretty good. Heavy armor is 29, so it's pretty clear what we're going for here, right? So I had chosen to not pursue the main quest line. I'll show you my log here, my journal. As you can see, we are still going to Riverwood. And we have been invited to join the Imperial Legion. You know, so I had come to Solitude, maybe to join the Imperial Legion, or maybe to do something else. We were not at Riften, where our quest marker is pointing us. So I've been exploring the world for a bit. You can trace my route here from Falkreath, Embershard Mine. You see, I went the opposite direction. So I did a little quest there. Went to Markarth, did a little quest there as well. You know, yes. So, yeah. It's pretty great. It's just like we're like completely doing our own thing in this world of Skyrim, and I'm pretty thrilled about it all. You know, I got a new laptop. My sister gave me her old laptop, and now we can play this game at high frequency. I can play this game at high frequency, high frame rates, and it's just it looks good, right? It's at ultra high settings, so that's pretty nice. So let me just see what the map here says. We have Radiant. Let's just go into the Winking Skeever and get a drink. You know, maybe there will be a quest there. We have to make a living somehow. We could join the Bard's College, perhaps, or just join the good old Imperial Legion. But I don't know if I really want to do that at this point in time. Yeah, so it is a really strange thing to be playing Skyrim like this. You know, I thought I could just play Oblivion to enjoy myself. Right, but I find Skyrim is more like suited for Let's Playing. You know, it's things actually happen as you walk around.
I have no business with you. Leave me.
What do you say? I should enable the subtitles. Enable subtitles. Well, controls, settings, gameplay, display. Do we really want subtitles? And they can kind of detract from the experience. I'll just
go away. I have more important things on my mind right now.
He doesn't want to talk to us. You know, we'll just talk to the...
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Why is this place called the Winking Skeever?
Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then.
He doesn't have any work for us.
I've heard Jari Ra's hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood to hire.
Jari Ra, okay, so we've got
Remember the Winking
employment.
Skeever?
It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We can give it a shot, right? We can try and get a job from Jari Ra. Now, I used to play games. I used to play Skyrim. I've played Skyrim for 200 hours in my youth, which is not that much, I suppose. 200 hours, but it felt like, yeah, it felt like a lifetime, really. I mean, I'm not a completionist, I suppose. Oops, we went outside of the city. That's not good. We drink to our youth, to the age come and gone, For the age of aggression is just about done. Jarira, or Jarira.
Lord, stranger.
Here he is, as I thought, an Argonian.
You're passing through solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes?
What did you have in mind?
It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us, we're very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things.
I'm no thief.
Of course not. Thieves take what is precious. Thieves steal. We just take what will not be missed, what no one needs anymore. Maybe we take some weapons and stop a few deaths. Who would call that thievery?
I'm listening.
I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot.
I love this. I just love this, this dissembling that he is up to. Yeah. What would happen to this
Don't
sailor?
worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash. Turn me in? For what? What crime's been committed? I'm just making idle talk about what would most undoubtedly be a tragic event. A tragic and very, very profitable event. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
Okay, so it's not exactly a clean job, but we are an orc, right? We want... What do we want, right? We just want to... Yeah, it's a nice question, actually. A nice philosophical question. What does a orc really want? You know, I'm really enjoying myself, you know, because I'm so hopeful about my future all of a sudden. You know, I mean, Let's Playing, I think, is a good activity. You know, I was thinking about it. Some people regard it as a job. You know, I don't regard it as a job. I see it as a way to... It's like making a video essay when you watch movies. I mean, you can make movie reviews, or you can make like a movie essay, right? A video essay. You know, but it's weird because it's also kind of similar to teaching people to use ChatGPT. I was thinking, you know, I was thinking that would be also like a good way to spend the time, you know, to train people how to use ChatGPT, because it's such a nice philosophical like activity. And you know, in the same way, you know, Let's Playing is a kind of philosophical kind of activity, you know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this game, you know. I mean, as I said, I played it 200 hours when I was a kid, you know, and then it just kind of, suddenly it stopped, you know. I kind of lost my interest in video games, you know. But it's a weird thought. If I had continued playing video games, I would have easily made it to like 1,000 hours of that game, you know. Yeah. No, but making this Let's Play feels a lot like watching a movie, I must say. It feels a lot like watching a movie. You know, I mean, as I said, I'm intent. I'm mentally intent upon playing 1,000 hours of games, you know, per year, right? But that's 1,000 hours of games, you know, and I'm thinking, like, that doesn't really mean like sitting behind your computer every day for 4 hours. You know, it means something way broader than that. It means like doing something with your time. You know, it can be anything. It can be studying history for heaven's sake. Yeah. Okay, so we are here. We are here at the lighthouse. Well, let's just hope there is no guard waiting for us when we get down there. I mean, someone must have noticed that the lights are out. So I could just fast travel back to Solitude, you know. There's no like special events on the road to... You know, I already cleared out this here boat here, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, 1,000 hours of gaming per year. You know, it's a fascinating thing. I mean, you know, yeah, it's like, what games do I like to play? You know, I like to play Civilization, right? Easy to make hours playing Civilization. But I also played, you know, Vampire the Masquerade. So that was a thing. Yeah. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. You know, and that is it's kind of an erotic game, I must say. You know, which is you know, kind of spooky, you know. I mean, what's the use of playing an erotic game? I mean, I'm a very erotic person, to be honest, you know. Spent a lot of time like thinking about how to get love and so on and so forth. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm just you know, a sexless computer nerd, you know, which is no problem, really. You know.
Looks like you had no trouble. The effects have already been felt. The ice runner has failed to dock on time. Without the lighthouse, the ice runner will have swung wide of the western shoal and run aground on the eastern coast. My sister Dija will be at the wreck with our Black Blood marauders. She knows to expect you.
What did it say? Jari Ra. Now we're going to Dija. The wreck of the ice runner. Now how are we supposed to get there? I mean, we could just swim across the water. But, you know... yeah. It's not really my thing. I think we have a horse here somewhere. Or did he die on the road? I don't remember. I think my horse died. Alright, so we'll just take the cart to
Need a ride?
what do you know about Solitude?
Solitude's been the capital of Skyrim as long as I can remember. Most of the High Kings of Skyrim were Jarls of Solitude first. Well, let's see, what else? The Bard's College is here, and the main office of the East Empire Company. If you need it, you can get a room for a fair price at the Rinking Skeever, just inside the main gate. Where do you want to go?
Where do you want to go? We will go to Dawnstar.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Yeah, if you watched
It's almost getting downright hot now.
if you watched Grovana's videos, you'll hear that phrase a lot, you know, because he takes the carriage everywhere, and he only says climbing back and you'll be off. You know, he doesn't say anything else. Okay, so it's night. What do you say? I can't hear what they're saying, you know. So this is Dawnstar. This must be the
Can't
The
sleep
wind.
well, no matter how much drink I put in me.
You know, I don't drink anymore. I do kind of...
It has to be. I've got to get out of this town. Irgnir, get a hold of yourself. They're just dreams. Please tell her, Erandur.
Listen to your friend, Fuki. They are just dreams, my dear. I assure you that it is quite normal.
It's the same dream over and over again. You think that's normal? It's evil, I tell you. Erandur, she has a point. You keep telling us no harm will follow these dreams, but they must be an omen.
Give him a chance to speak. He's trying to help us.
Everyone, please. I'm doing what I can to end these nightmares. In the meantime, all I ask is you remain strong and put your trust in Lady Mara.
I will. Thank you.
As I was saying, you know, I used to drink, but now I don't drink anymore.
Frost took my husband years ago. He was a good man.
Need a room? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
What troubles you, my son?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Alright. So we'll just wake up at 7 in the morning. Seems like there's something going on here, but we have no time.
Oh, that a
To-
bit of interest in your boss?
Yes.
No, not that it's any of your business.
We don't have time to check that out. as I was saying, I used to drink, right? Not like a huge amount, but I did drink like, yeah, I did drink like quite often actually. And I stopped drinking because I was already like I'd already reduced it like incredibly. I'd reduced the amount to like 1 beer a week, or or 1 beer in 3 weeks. I was barely drinking anymore, but now I just stopped altogether. And I'm a bit, I'm a bit like, I do kind of feel sorry, that I can't drink, I mean, I could drink, but it's, I don't want to lose, I don't want to sleep, I don't want to lose sleep, basically. I don't want to lose my quality of sleep, I mean, when you drink, you just don't sleep well, I mean, that, to me, is like the major reason not to drink,
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Walk away right now.
Nice try, but you don't scare me. I'm not going to ask again.
I don't have time for this. I'd rather die.
I guess that's your last request, fool. Come here.
They can't beat us. We've got this dog here. She didn't seem like a bad person, Yeah. I mean, what is my goal in life, I mean, I asked like, what does an orc want, and the question is like, what do I want? That's the real question. I mean, I invest like so much time in being, irresistible or something. But I really, and that's how I see this also. This is just my way of being, being, a philosopher, I suppose. There's a guy there, but I don't really know if I'm a philosopher, Yeah, you gotta pass the time somehow, right? And I think that this is a good way to pass now. Yeah, this way you can actually like chart, like keep track. Oh, we can see the city in the distance. That's pretty nice. I don't see the boat yet. These almost look like guardian stones. Obviously they're not. There is the boat. I feel like we're going to be betrayed, right? It seems too easy to just put out a fire and get like tons of money. I think they're going to betray us. And he was saying there was like a gang waiting with them. You know.
You're the one who put out the fire in the lighthouse, right?
Yes, I put.
That was good work. Deja's in the hold of the ship. Go down 2 levels. All right then.
I got a bad feeling about this. They killed the Imperial soldiers. I knew this was a bad idea. We have to fight our way back, I'm sure. But yeah, we're pretty strong. We can probably defeat them. Relaxing music, serene music, you know. There are a lot of them, you know. There she is.
My brother told me you were coming. I'm supposed to give you what you've earned. Ha! I'm afraid the loot's already been moved. You've been useful to the Black Bloods, though. You've earned a quick death. All right, then.
Some ale and some apple pie. Can't hurt. Let's see what's in this note here. They call me a fool. Wow. I must say, I think we deserve that predicate, you know. I mean, we are kind of foolish, I must say, to just work with what are clearly criminals. You know, like black-hearted criminals. I mean, he promised he wouldn't hurt the soldiers, but he did, you know.
Is someone there? Yeah. Not your back, huh?
The pushovers. I thought this would be hard, but it's easy as toast. Yeah, now we have to go all the way to that grotto, which is, you know, and we really are a fearsome orc, right? You know, but I mean, we may have been foolish in doing this for these men, but we would have, it's like we would have, they would have found someone to do it, you know, and then they would have gotten away with it, because that guy would never have been able to fight his way out of this. that longbow. What is our archery skill? 17. You know, I don't feel too much for becoming an archer, you know, I don't really like that. So now it's all the way back to Broken Ore Grotto. Yeah, I'm not going to walk all the way there. We're just going to fast travel. You know, I mean, I have a life to to live. I don't want to spend it walking through a virtual world all the time. But I really must say, like, sometimes I feel so good when I'm watching a movie, you know. Just when you see those expressions on people's faces in movies, you know. When you know, when they you know, when they're just chilling, you know, and you're chilling also, and I just feel this immense rush of, you know, of appreciation, I guess, for being alive, you know, appreciation for life. You know, I feel that too right now, you know, but the weird thing is I don't feel like I'm going to play any more video games after I finish making this Let's Play, you know. I feel like I'm just going to do something else, you know, maybe watch some more movies or well, what else can you do? Yeah, or I don't know what else I can do. Maybe just do nothing. You know, it's great to do nothing, but I just feel like, you know, yeah, I mean, if that's the great thing about doing things. Once you have done something, you can do nothing, you know, and there's something great about that. I mean, the Italians have this saying, you know, dolce far niente, right? Sweet, blissful doing nothing, you know, sweet doing nothing, basically. And, you know, I like that, you know. But, you know, it's nice to do things as well, you know. But I'd set my mind on playing video games. So maybe I will play video games, you know. The thing is, I also just want to read the Bible. I still have some reading to do. You know, I mean, I know I sound like a Christian now, but I'm not sure if I am a Christian, you know.
What was that like back when we could... Over here!
These black blood marauders are really pushovers. Or maybe I'm just really strong, you know. Venison, some venison. Some potatoes. My dog took care of this guy. He was levitating down in this corridor here. Can we see? He's deep inside. You know, this is the great thing about Skyrim, you know, like every every dungeon you go into is like this marvelous labyrinth, you know, like this perfect adventure, like this exciting world, and you can just discover, you know. Like that was what really was lacking. You know, they should have made that. I mean, yeah, the engine of this game is really not that great, right? So a whole basket of wine, you know, it would be worth something. Take that all with us. Let's see how much caraway we have. Yeah, we have a lot of caraway. We just take all this wine. Now, the other day I was really thinking, like, should I get a drink, you know? And I was thinking, like, yeah, I should get some beer, maybe a strong beer. And then suddenly I thought, no, I should get some wine, you know? But yeah, I never really drink wine, you know? But wine is good, right? It's a good drink. But, you know, it's just so heavy on alcohol, right? I spent the period reading about the health effects of wine, and it's not pretty, you know. But yeah, it's like you can live so hard, you can do so much, you can spend so much effort on living healthy, you know, and you know, but I just don't feel like health is something you should just carelessly throw away, you know. It is worth treasuring.
You won't get the best of me.
Lots of marauders, but they fall like we should take a potion here. We don't have that much potion. Oh. Fell in the water. That will give us some time to recover our health here. Oh, here we are. It's just a black blood marauder. This guy is really tough. We should heal ourselves here. We can level up, right? That will also restore our Okay, we defeated Mr. Ra. Now we just have to take care of this Captain Hargar guy. But someone is still shooting arrows at us. Here we have a lever. A lever to pull. There they are. The boys.
I love a challenge. You in the races.
Our dog is, of course, also... Where's our dog, actually?
You're dead. Dead.
He's really tough. This is like... Yeah, we're like lucky that this guy is... We're like lucky that this guy was stuck there. Now I have to find this chest. Can we see that on the map? No. I have to find this chest. Man, here it is. No. The Ice Runner chest. Here's another chest. It's really weird. All these books in this game, right? The real Baron's Eye. Yeah. I have to find Haggard's chest. Oh yeah, the engine of this game is not like the most... Is Vigilance dead? Oh my god. They killed Vigilance. Well, he was kind of in the way all the time, you know. I can't find this chest here.
Over here.
we heading back to the exit? Where is the exit anyway? We have to find that chest or everything will have been for nothing. No, really annoying that this place isn't more... is this it? Is this the chest? No. Oh, there's a health potion there. No, it's just a coin purse. I dare to bet it is somewhere over here. Man, but this is, yeah, it's just shaping up to be a very lousy Let's Play, right? We just spend all this time searching for a thing that is impossible to find. But, you know, this is why Grolvana would usually, you know, would edit his Let's Plays, you know. Cut out these parts in which nothing happens. And we found, at least, we found Vigilance's body. Really lousy Let's Play, yeah. Nothing to be done. Yeah. So I'm tempted to just end the video here. Right. I'm tempted to just end the video here. Leave it all behind. I mean, it's just because this game has such a lousy engine, you know. When you, I mean, there's supposed to be like this dramatic showdown with this guy in like the final area of the game. I mean, did we... Hargar's chest key. That should be easy enough to find. You know, I cannot quit until we have found this chest. You know, a real problem of Let's Playing, I would say. I mean, here is a chest which we have checked. Here is some more Hargar's journal. We're getting close. He wants to know what loot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I conveniently kept a journal. Okay, so that is satisfying, right? We finally found the clue, and here is the stash, and it's absolutely worthless. Do we actually suffocate when we stay down too long? It doesn't like actually keep track of your breath, so I guess you don't die from swimming. So they they got me. Yeah, so what was the point of this whole exercise, you know? It was yeah, it was really I mean, yeah. At least it was not like a fetch and a walk a fetch quest, you know, a delivery boy quest. You know, that's a great line in Shrek, you know. He says like, "I'm not a messenger boy, I'm a delivery boy." Really funny. Yeah. Is it this way? It seems to be this way. And so there was that whole area, right, on the other side of the bridge that was just completely unimportant. But it does give like this great sense of adventure, right, to have these kind of places kind of around. You know, normally in like an extensive dungeon in Skyrim, like they always made like a convenient getaway path, you know, so you don't have to backtrack through the whole dungeon. Because that was a problem of the original Oblivion game. So yeah, we can't fast travel. There are enemies nearby. Must be like a mud crab or something. Fast travel of solitude. Alright, so we have had our little day in solitude. So I don't know where this is going. I thought that it would be interesting to do like a let's play of Skyrim, but yeah, it's really not you know, really great, I must say. You know,
I'm too old to work.
I mean, you know, what is the point of
Welcome to the
playing a video game?
friend. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
You
I'll
know,
show you to your room. Right this way.
yeah, it's like what other game can we play? You know, we could play Fallout 2 maybe, or just yeah, Cult of the Lamb. That's a good game. We could play. We could play V Rising. You know, I can finally run that on a proper thing right now. We could even play Witcher 3, but I don't really like the story heavy component of that game, the literary quality of that game. You know, it's kind of shit. You know, it's really early. You know, it's still really early. Yeah, so I got us a room for the night, and now we're just going to
Just call me Erica.
sit
Everyone
at the
does.
bar, I guess.
Seems always more to be done. Glad you decided to check us out.
Yeah, so this was it. You know, I don't know what game we should play. You know,
Been a good week, my boy.
thought it was a good idea to
Customers
play
mean good cheer. Good cheer.
Skyrim because it is so like
You know, I had to
worldly. You
retire
know,
and
you
leave
just
you to
kind of
run the
walk
scheme yourself.
around and do
You
things.
just
But
spend your time here bossing me
you know,
around and yelling for more
I'm sure
drinks.
there are
You're
other
practically
games that we
retired
could
already.
play. I mean, we could play any
I can run
game,
the skeever.
really.
You even said
It's
I'm
like-
almost as smart as you.
Don't be
Yeah.
a silly girl.
Like we could
Running a
play The
bar's no
Sims.
job
You
for a
know,
young
it doesn't
lady.
really matter.
What about Auntie Fida and Dragon?
Okay, so that was it for this game, and I will see you next time. Perhaps we will play this game. Perhaps we will play a new game, because I really don't know where I'm going with this. This Let's Playing thing, you know. Like, yeah, it's just something to do, I guess. You know, I want to play games. I want to do things. As I say, we could play even The Sims. You know, I don't know if I'm doing this to make friends. You know, that seems rather silly because nobody will ever watch these or anything. But it's just a kind of creative outlet, I suppose. Right? It's a creative outlet. You know, just like I make tweets and you know, whatever. So it's a creative outlet. So okay, that was it for this Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have something to say about anything I did or said in this Let's Play, let me know in the comments. I'll try to respond if I have time. If you like this video, you can click the like button. I'd appreciate that, I think, and you can even subscribe to the channel, although
If you need a good rumor or two, I think I can.
you never know if I'm going to
Papa says
upload
I won't see
anymore.
Rogvir anymore.
So,
But he wouldn't tell me why not.
thanks again very much for
Traitors,
watching,
civil wars,
and I'll see you
dragons.
next time, as I said.
Those
So,
troubles don't cross my doorway. So sit, relax.
goodbye.